What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video series here on the channel. And it's not one that I'm going to sit here and yell at you guys about comics that I think you should be picking up because I think the story is so good, or there's a cover that I think you guys have to know about because it's such amazing artwork. No, it's nothing about that. And it's also not about speculating on new comic books that are coming out to try to make a little money on the side to try to make this hobby fund itself. But it is about making money with comic books. That's right, I'm presenting myself with a personal challenge of taking $100. I wish I had $100. I meant to go to the bank and get out a $100 bill so it could be a nice prop. But I'm gonna try to take $100 investment in comic books and turn that into $1,000. There should be $1,000 in this hand. And I'm gonna take you guys along for this journey. I'm gonna show you how long it's going to take me. I'm gonna show you any pitfalls along the way, any successes along the way, how much money it's actually gonna cost me to make this $1,000, anything and everything that's going to be involved in this process. I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey. So that way, hopefully you guys can learn how to make a little bit of money on the side with your favorite hobby. Because who doesn't want to have a little extra money on the side to either reinvest in your own hobby or maybe reinvest into your life? Maybe you have some debt. I know Stephanie and I do, and it'd be amazing for me to make the amount of money that we need to pay off this debt using something I know and love. So that's what this video series is. It's a challenge, a personal challenge, but I also challenge every single comic book creator that might be watching this video right now to take on this same challenge and show you, the comic book community, how you can turn your hobby and a small investment of $100 into $1,000. And maybe after that, I can challenge myself at taking $1,000 and turning it into $2,000, and then $2,000 to $4,000 and beyond. I would love to see how far I can make this $100 investment go and how long I can take it. Maybe I'll spend a year making these videos and see how long it's going to take to make this investment blow up into something more. Now, there is some more I want to talk to you guys about this challenge. You guys stick around and we'll cover everything about this challenge right after this. So I think I should start off by telling you how I came up with this video idea. And it really came from the idea that I spend a lot of money on comic books. I spend about $600 a month on comics, which is a lot of money. And I still want more. And I want more things for my collection. I want better bags, better boards, better boxes. I want comic book dividers. I want comic book sidekicks. There's so many other things I want outside of just collecting comics that I can't afford right now with my current budget. So why not try to take an investment and then make up that money that I need for all these other things. There's also the fact that Steph and I have a small debt that we'd like to pay off, and we'd like to pay it off a lot faster, so why not use this hobby to help us pay that off? And you know what? I have some comic book knowledge. I can do that. I have some knowledge of books that I think could sell well on the secondary market, and I also have some knowledge on actually selling on the secondary market. So let's put those two together and let's see what happens, because I think that would be really interesting of a challenge for myself, and also it would help my family in the long run. And I think that would be super cool that I can show my kids that you can take something that you know and love and turn it for a profit. Now, I think I should start off by saying that I have made money selling comic books. This is not the first time of me selling some comic books to make a little bit of money. But every time I've sold comics, it's from my personal collection. Books that I've already purchased that I'm now adding to the secondary market and making some money. I've never purchased books from the secondary market with the intent of flipping that book and making some money. So this is gonna be my first attempt of trying to search out a certain book or books to try to flip at a profit, and I think that's going to be really interesting for myself because I'm going to take my knowledge of the comic book hobby and my knowledge of the secondary market and try to use that knowledge for a gain. And I think that's going to be really interesting, and I think it's going to be hard and difficult, and I'm excited for the challenge. Now let's go ahead and talk about some strategy for me tackling this challenge. So I'm strictly going to stick to that $100. I'm not going to spend a penny more until I make some return on whatever I buy and whatever I decide to do with that $100. Once I get a return from that, then I will be able to spend more money and then more money until I get to that $1,000. And I will show you guys every single cost along the way, be it the book itself, any shipping supplies I need to purchase, if I decide to submit a book to CGC, all the CGC costs, any shipping costs, everything along the way is gonna have to stay within that $100 budget at first until I make a return. Now, the next part of my strategy is where I'm going to be able to purchase the books for this challenge. Now, I think a great way to do this would be to get out into the wild at, your local comic book shops or, flea markets, antique shops, conventions, places like that. I think would be a great place to start. But for me, with my family obligations, I'm gonna stick to online platforms like eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, things like that. Now, that's also going to hinder me because a lot of people that are selling online are trying to get a maximum profit already. So the headroom for profit is going to be much smaller. But I think if I do lots of digging and I make some offers to people online, I think I can get there because I have already purchased my first book, and we're gonna cover that in just a little bit. And I think what I got right here is going to be a great starting place for this challenge. I'll let you guys know how much I spent in just a second. But that for me is going to be my starting place, at least for the start of this challenge. Maybe in a year or two, maybe my family obligations will change a little bit. I'll have a little more free time on the weekend. Most likely not. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be even busier. But I think online platforms is a great place to start. And that's also a great way to show everyone who's also in a very similar situation to myself, or maybe they're not near any shops that sell comic books. You guys can do the same exact thing. I don't think you need to be near places and have extra time to be able to do this. You can do this while sitting in a chair in the comfort of your house. Now we should probably talk about how I plan to make a profit on the books that I purchase online. Now, my plan is to find books that might have some small defects that are pressable and cleanable, and then buy them low, and then get them slabbed, and then sell them at a high. Now, this is obviously going to be a large gamble, because if I'm buying books that have defects that I can see online, and they're not pressable, then I'm taking a large gamble. Because if I cannot press those out, or I cannot clean out those defects, I might either take a loss, or my profits are going to be a lot smaller, because if I cannot hit, say, a 9.8, or maybe I'm aiming for a 9.6 and I get something lower, then my resale price is going to be a lot lower. So again, I'm either going to take a loss or maybe I just break even. But I think that's the gamble that I like, because I do clean and press books. I'm pretty good at it. I think I don't have the best press in the world, but I think taking this kind of gamble with such a small investment of only $100, I think I can do some damage. Now, I'm obviously going to have to think about the CGC fees, and I've already done that. I've already added that into my budget, and I think I got a home run with this first purchase that I made. Now, a huge part of this video series being successful is me being fully transparent with you guys from the very start until the end of this video series, whenever I decide to end it. And we're gonna start that off with showing my first purchase. And it was an absolute steal in my opinion. I bought this book on eBay back in April of 2024 when I first thought of this video series. And then my life got busy and I just, I fell behind and I couldn't start this video series until now. And today is June 12th of 2024. And the first book that I picked up is this one right here, Torchy issue number 1 from 1991. It's an absolute banger. This book in 9.8 sells for about $200-ish plus dollars. $200, and guess what I paid for this one right here? I paid $31.64. I will show you guys the receipt somewhere on screen right now, so that way you guys can see how much I purchased. So far of my $100 budget, I spent $31.64. Now this book is not perfect. I will show you guys some of the defects with some close-ups right now, so that way you guys can see what I have to deal with during the cleaning and pressing of this book. But I think personally that this book has a chance at a 9.6 or a 9.8. Now I say that because, these defects are very minor. I can clean up any of the marks on the book, and I can also press out any of the creases. I don't think there's any spine tick on there that is really truly damaging to the book. So I think I can get at least a 9.6. And I've seen 9.6 sales around $150. Now, if I can get a 9.6 on this book, and if you take out the CGC fees, the eBay fees, and any money I spent on supplies, I think I can probably make a profit of around $80. So I'll have $180 in my next pool of money to then spend on the next book, which would be awesome. I will almost double the amount of money that I started with, which would be absolutely absolutely amazing, doubling my starting with just one single book. Now, obviously, this is a gamble. What if this comes back at a 9.4? A 9.4 doesn't sell for much. I'm not exactly sure how much it sells for. I'll put it up on screen, the last sales, but I like the gambling. I'm not a gambler per se, but a gambling with something like this, I feel strongly in because I have some ability to affect the outcome of this. And I'm super excited for this. I'm super excited to show you the rest of this journey. So I think that's gonna be it for today's video. I think we're gonna pick this up next time with me cleaning and pressing this book. I'll submit the book to CGC. You guys will see the grade it comes back in, and then maybe I'll post that book online and see where we're at with the sale. So this is probably going to be a once a month series. But guys, I think that's it for now. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I would love every single one of you guys who are still watching this video right now to take a minute and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about this video series. The whole idea of the $100 to $1,000 challenge. And also, if you guys like other comic book creators out there, send them this video. I would love for comic book creators to take this challenge on and this to explode across YouTube. And maybe other people are gonna do such a better job of it and their videos will do better than mine, but I don't care. It's about giving you guys inspiration to invest a little bit in this hobby and try to make a little bit of money on the side. So that way we can buy either keys that you really want or just ratio books or comic book supplies or shelving or I don't know what you need in your personal life, but I'm sure you could use a little extra money. And why not have 50 different comic book creators showing you possible ways to tackle this $100 to $1,000 challenge. I think that would be absolutely awesome. So guys, do me a favor, share the video, leave a comment, smash the like button if you guys haven't already. This is a down button. I mean like button. Do this one right here. And last but not least, guys, if you guys watched that video and you guys enjoy comic book content and you guys are not subscribed, I'm just gonna say, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, I will see you on Friday with my final order cutoff, speculation, and recommendations video. And for the next installment in this video series, I'll catch you next month. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.